Hello. Today I just wanted to make a quick video because it's been about six months since I've started using CashOS as my full-time operating system on my main computer. 170 days. It's basically 6 months. It might be 6 months by the time this video goes up. I can say over this last 6 months, I've used Windows for maybe a collective of 10 hours over that time. And even then, it was towards the beginning when I had some projects I was working on in Windows, so I just finished them up. Nowadays, it's like OBS is being a bitch when I'm trying to stream, especially with Borderlands 4. It was being really bad with Borderlands 4. I would switch over to Windows. Just so I could just continue streaming, and I'll troubleshoot the problem later. Also to sync my iPod, because apparently I still can't do that on Linux properly. You can, but I like having my album on my iPod. Okay, professional video editor. That's my job. I'm a freelance video editor. I've been using DaVinci Resolve for like 4 or 5 years anyway, and I use it on Linux with all the features of that. The only things that are annoying about DaVinci Resolve on Linux is whenever you install it, you have to remove all the fucking libraries because it was made for Rocky Linux and nothing else, which nobody uses. DaVinci team, please update to Wayland, and please, for God's sake, just add the AAC audio on Linux, bro. I just have to convert all my videos before I put them in, and convert them all when I bring them out once I've exported them. So it's like an extra step I have to do. It's really annoying. I know it's a licensing thing, but I pay for Studio, so can I have my fucking AAC audio, please? But I will say there are still 2 pieces of Windows software that I use through Wine on my system, which the first one is StreamerBot. This is for streaming, so I automate a bunch of my stream stuff through this. Now StreamerBot isn't technically perfect. I mean, the new version works actually really well. I was really worried when StreamerBot just updated to version 1.0 with this brand new UI, and I was really scared it wasn't going to work. This actually works better than the beta version, which was like a old school Windows user face, and it was all kind of glitchy and broken, but this works really well. So the way this hooks into OBS, it already recognizes like Windows stuff for OBS. So like the main things are stuff like audio filters and the things you can do with like audio, i.e. if you wanted to like change the the volume meters in the audio mixer, you can't do that through StreamerBot because it already recognizes like the Windows routing for audio and not Pipewire stuff. It's not 100% perfect because it expects you to be using Windows OBS, and Linux OBS has its differences in terms of how things work, but functionally it's the same, but under the hood stuff doesn't connect properly. For the most part though, yeah, this works great. This is one of the Windows softwares that I use all the time, and the other one is Affinity Photo, which again I've been using for a while before I switched. I gave up on Adobe like 4 years ago, and it looks like there's an update. We'll just open up this thumbnail. This is for the last video I've made. I don't do major things in here, but you know, thumbnails, and then when I'm editing, if I've got some images I need to remove backgrounds on, or sometimes I'll make like scenes in like a PSD file, and then I'll import the PSD file into Resolve so I can like animate it through there. So sometimes I plot out a scene inside of a PSD file and then import it in, saving me having to like do masks and stuff inside of Resolve. I can easily like cut things out. Yeah, but I have been trying to get used to. I have been trying Photopea a little bit. I'm not 100% sold on it, mostly because it's all online. If it was local, I would probably just use Photopea, honestly. But because it's all online and like downloading the files afterward, it's like sometimes it gives you like zip files. It's all like a bit of a it's a little bit annoying, but I do think Photopea is good. If you don't want to set up this, or if this is breaking, I do think Photopea is good. I just own this, so I'm just going to keep using it, but I'm trying Photopea as a replacement. It's not ideal. I will say Affinity Photo does work really well though. Like I've had like next to no problems with Affinity Photo on Linux, really. I swapped over to using Strawberry Music Player too for my music. I don't like it as much as MusicBee. I really like MusicBee's interface, and I did have MusicBee up on my Linux for a while. Converting audio through it, because I download FLAC but then I need to convert to AAC for my iPod. So I have two libraries. I have my FLAC library and then an AAC library. Converting through the music viewer was a bit annoying, so I was like, oh, I might as well just get used to this. If you like my emo music, it's mom jeans. To get my stream decks to work, I use a program called OpenDeck. You can see I was watching a Shindig's video. The dials kind of, you don't get a lot of value out of them. These are my dials. I literally have them set to move my fucking model. I will never use these in my life, but I have a color picker here, hyper picker. These are for my toggles, this is for my position, this is my OBS stuff. OpenDeck just allows you to import the plugins from the official Elgato Stream Deck store, so I can use the VTube Studio plugin and the StreamerBot plugin. It's the only real reason I'm using this app over. There's another one called Stream Controller, which has a lot more native Linux support, especially for native Linux OBS, like I was saying before. Whereas this doesn't. You can use OBS tools for by bar rater, but again, this is for Windows. This is for Windows OBS, so again, the volume stuff, like audio mixer stuff, kind of doesn't work. I will also say, over these 6 months, I swapped graphics cards out. I used to have a 3080 Ti, and I upgraded to a 5070 Ti. It's not like really much of a performance gain, honestly. There is a little bit, and the main reason why I got it was for video encoding stuff is just a lot better on it. Plus I guess I can turn FrameJet X4 on in Borderlands 4, so I actually get a decent frame rate, even though it feels really floaty and weird. I can't believe you have to you literally cannot play Borderlands 4 without DLSS on. I did also start on KDE for about a month or two, and I swapped over to Hyperland. Honestly, it feels weird when I log back into Windows to do some things. I'm pressing Super Q to try and exit all my programs, and it just doesn't fucking do anything. I'm like, huh? I can't believe I spent like basically 30 years on Windows. I go back to it now, I'm like, oh, this is so much longer. Like I keyboard shortcuts to get through everything. It's been so much better for me on Hyperland, and I've basically really not come into too many problems. I've not had a brick system at all, not once. Over the time, you can see I haven't reinstalled. This is as long as I've had it for. It's just been like really easy. Obviously, it's like I've learned a lot. If something's not quite working properly, I do spend some time, in like old Linux Mint forums from 2007 or something, trying to figure out the answer. But for the most part though, it's been really, really enjoyable experience, and I hope I can maintain it this way. Like also all my games that I play, like I've not had any issues with games that I play. Like the only real game that wouldn't work would be Destiny 2, but I've not even played that for a year anyway. And I think I spent my 10 years in Destiny. Okay, I think I'm done. Now I play Borderlands, and I spent some time playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Method this morning and hating myself. As someone who uses my computer for 10 plus hours every day as part of my job, and then also my like streaming and then in games and all this other stuff, I would try my best to never need to go back to Windows. I don't think I can 100% say I would never would, especially if there's like something that needs to happen on Windows. But if I can avoid it, I think I will. I just hope Linux just becomes like a option people see when they like get a computer. I don't really care if a lot of people will choose it or not. I just want people, when they get a new computer, that they hold two USB drives up to their face, one with Windows and one with Linux on it, and make a choice. Because right now, 99% of people, when they get a new computer, there isn't a choice. They don't see a choice at all. They just, they sit that Windows drive in and install that, or it came with it. Well, I guess they also have chosen to not get a Mac, but you get the point. Okay? Because I truly think that more people would just need to know about it and know that it's not Hackerland. You can be Hackerland if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be if you don't want it to be. I'm on Kashi. It is a little bit hard mode. It's not like ultra hard mode like Nyx or Gen 2 or something. And it's not like quite as hard as like starting off with pure Arch. But you know, I've made a lot of changes to this. I started off with the mylinks for work files. I changed a bunch. You can see that my top bar is from Umachi. I installed Umachi on my laptop about a month ago. I really like the white bar config, so I just took it off my laptop and put it on here too. Same with the fast patch config here actually. I deleted a couple of lines of stuff that I didn't care about, but this is how I go through my files now. Is through a terminal file thing. Well, I have a regular one too, which it depending on what I needed them for, but both have their use cases, which has been really fun. Also getting wallpaper engine on here to work has been really good. That was one of my first priors was like, I need to get wallpaper engine working because I cannot have a standard background. And there has been problems along the way, not hard problems, not like break problems. You know, there's been hurdles I've come across with trying to get like, you know, trying to figure out for audio AAC audio for Resolve. But once I figured it out, it's pretty easy. I just need to I've got scripts that will just convert everything for me now, but you know, getting it to work properly the first time is a bit annoying. Setting up Affinity was a little bit tricky. It's way easier now than it was when I first did it. But when I swapped my bootloader, that was scary. I swapped from Refine to Lamine, and that was a bit scary. But luckily, I was safe and I made backups as I just did it, and I did it first try. But it's been fun, and every day I'll wake up and it's like something I can try and tinker with my computer. Being on my computer is fun again. That's like the main thing. Right, I can just press one button and things close. I can just go to the thing that I want here. I can download the thing I need from here. Yeah, I think I just want to see people give it a try. Boot up Ubuntu or Mint or something super simple where literally you do not need to touch a command at all, and just realize that you have a choice in what operating system you want to use. There's so many videos that can help you get started. You won't be the first person having this problem. Some random person from 2017 had the same problem as you did on a forum on the fucking Endeavor OS forums. Okay, I swear to God they did, and that's also refreshing because I'm getting an answer from a random person and not the fucking AI agent, bro. I've been rambling like 20 minutes. I hope this comes out to some semblance of a reason. And peace out, Girl Scouts.